Coming up on this episode of the Hitstreak.
It sounds really good.
That's right.
It's just, it takes time. And but it looks, everybody else outside of it looking in is like, oh, like, you've got to be doing, they just don't know the amount of work. And I know you probably deal with the exact same thing all the time. Yep. It looks really good. It looks really good outside.
That's right.
There's a whole other world going on behind closed doors.
That's exactly right.
Hi, folks. Nick Hyder here, and I want to tell you about one membership and two lifelines. Smiles for Recovery has partnered with Dollars with the Heart to fuel a global endowment system, fighting hunger and restoring smiles through life-changing dental care. When you join, you're not just getting entertainment. You're unlocking a members-only platform where every dollar you spend helps feed families and restore smiles for people in recovery. Your one-time $65.99 membership gives you a unique member ID, access to private entertainment, and a guaranteed place in line for free dental services through Smiles for Recovery. Every time our community reaches 2.5 million members, 1,000 full dental care awards go to members outside of recovery. You can keep it or you can gift it. Plus, thanks to Struggle Jennings, you'll also receive a limited edition t-shirt, a brand new song, and long-term complimentary benefits, a lasting way to make a difference. Join at smilesforrecovery.info with code SMILES. You can meet the team at smilesforrecovery.org. Folks, let's feed families and restore smiles together. Dentists, when a member outside of recovery needs treatment, you can sponsor them. Once they are approved, Smiles for Recovery covers the full cost through this partnership. Membership supports endowments, not insurance. Dental awards subject to approval and availability.
Whoa. Check this out. Some of the world's biggest success stories started with nothing. Just grit, hustle, and a story worth hearing. So if you've clawed your way up, if you've built something out of nothing, if you've got a story that people need to hear, folks, this is your shot. The Hitstreak isn't just a podcast. It's a platform not just for top performers, it's also a platform that takes real stories from underdogs, builders, and dreamers, and it puts them on the map. Your story, your brand, your breakthrough. Apply now to be a guest. We'll put you in front of millions of viewers worldwide. You'll get pro-level content, high-level exposure, and a seat at the table with people who've been there and made it out. I'm not only looking for polished top performers, I'm looking for real stories from real people. If you've been through the fire and came out stronger, you belong on this show. Apply now. This is your moment. Email management@nickhyder.com or comment or DM the word Hitstreak to apply. The Hitstreak is where rags to riches stories have been told, and the next one could be yours. Blessings, folks. Welcome back to another episode of the Hitstreak. I am your man, Nick Hyder. And folks, I'm extremely excited. I got a real treat joining me in the Hit Lab today. I was going to say he's all the way from Louisville, Kentucky, but like he's literally traveling the entire United States all day, every day. So we're just going to get right into it. This cat needs no introduction, but I'm going to give him one anyways. I'm going to give him a good one, the way that we do it here, right? So, right, folks? So check this out. Folks, he's the founder of MP3 Baseball, the co-founder of Solaro Shades. He's a comedian, a creator, and the ultimate travel ball sensation, the man, the myth, the legend, the most interesting man in America, Mark Paul, is in the building. Mark, how we doing, baby?
I'm doing good, man. You got the whitest teeth that I think I've ever seen. I want it. And your hair is perfect. And you got the Matthew McConaughey thing going on. The voice, you're like, all right, travel ball sensation. I like it, man. I appreciate you having me on, man. It's cool.
Come on. And, big shout out. I just got my teeth done.
They look good.
That's true.
I'm into that life. I'm trying to I need them whiter, but yeah, I like yours.
It's a game changer, but it totally matters who you get, like who is the most important thing with teeth. It's art. It is literally an art. Yeah. And I've heard stories. And I got lucky and found the right people, right? So if you ever need to connect, Dr. Aaron Pryor, he's the man. He's been on the pod doing some great things for recovery addicts too.
I'm serious. I mean, you got it. You look like Jersey Shore. It looks good. I'm just kidding.
Well, you got to be known for something. And hey, whatever takes away from my face.
No, you're sharp, man. I love it.
Well, dude, so I just want to say congratulations on everything, because as we're sitting here today, you are performing. You're headlining at Zany's tonight, dude.
Tonight. That's awesome. I can't wait.
It is real awesome.
I'm new to this comedy thing. This is the 11th show that I've ever have done, and yeah, it's at one of the biggest comedy clubs in the country. Tonight.
Unreal.
Nate Bargatze's group. Let's go.
Unreal.
I can't wait. I'm excited.
Unreal. Well, no doubt you're going to smash. But that's like the that's in the world of comedy. That is one of the meccas. Like that's a church in the world of comedy, man. It's cool. And dude, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear how it goes, because it's such a tiny spot.
I know my family's coming too. My mom and dad, and my aunt and uncle. I got friends that are driving here from Louisville, so that'll be kind of cool, I think, because I'm going to be able to hit like 10 minutes, so if I can actually, because my son's coach is a real good friend of mine, so he's going to be there. So to be able to just point him out and be like, yeah. Now my son does play shortstop on his team though, so I'll be like, why are you playing friendship ball so much, Rusty? So we'll see how that hits.
Well, so all the folks would know you from, which, by the way, I told you before, my son has a pair of Solaro shades. For real, that's true.
That's cool that you didn't even know that I was a part of that. I like that. That's the best, where it's like I liked them so much that we wanted them, and we cared about that, because we wanted, the thing with the Solaro shades thing was that I wanted to. My big thing was cost for parents, because I heard so much negativity about the money. So it was like, well, with organizations and equipment and stuff to buy, if I have this platform now and I'm making some of this, shirts and sunglasses and whatnot, I can at least get it to a high quality type deal that's affordable, and we'll give you a free pair, if you lose them or not, kind of like a Shady Rays type thing, And so we're like the Oakley version of them in the baseball and softball world.
Well, they're nice as hell.
I appreciate it, man. Phenomenal. Yeah, they're Astrotech. Like, we spent a lot of time, like, real talk. Like, that started off from some cheap little sunglasses, and then we got, some really meeting people overseas, and a lot of vision expos, how to better the product, and it's like opening an iPhone when you get those, when you get them shipped, sent to you, the box, the packaging, everything has been detailed, and we genuinely, we're excited. It's doing well. I'm loving it. So.
Well, folks, if you didn't already know, you can catch Mark on all social media at MP3 Baseball. I think Mark's past having to spell the 3 for people.
I think they know now. Like, people are still writing down that number, and I'm like, it's THREE, and I'm just like, look, my name is Mark Paul. I have 3 first names. My middle name is Thomas. It used to be my AOL email and my MySpace word. So just little did I know it was going to be a travel ball t-shirt apparel company.
That's right.
Here we are.
That's right. So check them out at MP3 Baseball on, and then mp3baseball.com is the website where you can see all the swag, links to everything, all the shops, all the things, tour schedule, everything you need to know.
Everything's
Mark Paul, all the moms out there saying, "Oh, thank you, Nick."
Oh my gosh, do you think he sells any ones that he wears from his videos? My wife's right out there. I'm just kidding, honey.
You gotta love the fans, though, right?
Yeah,
you gotta love the fans. All right, so let's have a little bit of fun for a minute, because as you've seen, I grew up in the travel baseball world. It's kind of the family business a little bit, and I gotta say, man, like all the stuff that like when you first kind of hit the waves, when it first started happening, people like me and my dad were just like, finally somebody said it.
I didn't even think it was. Yeah, I had no idea, because I was like, I didn't care about that age, and a lot of people around me did, and I'm sure they're sitting here listening to this being like, you did too, and I did, but it was such a, oh my God, this should be a reality show. Oh my God, this should be a reality show. Oh my God, we could put this on TikTok. Oh my God, somebody should do it. And it was conversations that people had about me, because people were like, you should have been a comedian, you should have been an actor. We could see you being as the next, Family Feud kind of guy, deal. And I was like, yeah, whatever. And then COVID happened, and everybody's sitting around bored. And my daughter at the time was, I don't know, 14 or 15. And she was like, hey, you need to do TikToks, Dad. And we were finished with this team. It was our last year on the 9U team, and everybody was going to go. Some of the kids were playing up, and it was just a mutual breakup, because we all had to go different places. At least that's what they told us. And my son was, as a kid that he did just fine. Wasn't like we had any issues really ever with anything he's ever done, because he didn't care. And it turned into, me seeing all these parents who were sick of travel ball and this whole 9U coaching deal, and they were done that year, and they all were at practice, that first practice, and I'll see them just hanging on every swing, every ball that went over the kid's legs, and it was like, oh, he dropped the ball because he was up all night last night because he had a hangnail, and it was like, oh, well, okay, and it was always just this issues that always came up, and I pulled that phone out and I said, every single one of these ladies right here think their babies are the best player in the world. And I followed the coach around, and I was like, why ain't my kid batting third, Jeremy? And then it hit. And I did a few other things before the baseball videos on social media just to try to make, all I was doing was just trying to make I wanted to have something in common with my daughter because we were spending so much time with my son, and she didn't really play a lot of sports, and she was into the social media because she was getting older with that stuff. And so that was cool for her. And then it was, man. And then it came to, well, let me just write down a few more topics, like maybe daddy ball or why the guy sits in the outfield or who got kicked out of the game, or there's a parent meeting coming up, or why is she sitting on the other side of the dugout? And it was like, wow, like every single topic or every single category, anything you say in travel baseball or youth sports in general is dramatic.
Yeah.
And my, oh my, did I hit a niche, they say. So,
it's life or death stuff we're talking here.
I was just venting, about different people and my life, and oh my God, like, why did she like everything we put on the message board on our Group Me travel ball page? And like, she likes everything the coach says. It's like all of it is a problem. I mean, belt loops were an issue. Parents complain because they can't get the belt inside of them things. And it's just parking and scoreboards, you name it. And so there was your next, all your videos for the next few years. And that's what I did. And since that happened, I won't talk over you, but that's how it kind of got started right there.
Dude, we're here. They get enough, Nick. They get enough, Nick. So we're here to get to hear you. So I'm kind of torn, Mark, because there's so much gold online. They can literally come see you at shows. So it's I learned a lot before we started about what you were doing before all this, and people. The life change when you're in the transition from, let's just say, normal life, civilian life to kind of like where people stop you everywhere, want a picture, I'm sure. Airports.
You do. I do. Airports have been a lot more busier now, to the fact to where for the beginning of this, I would wear a lot of my shirts and they were whatever you say, blue, outfield matters, like these little quotes that friends of mine would just say. And oh my God, we can't play in the outfield. And oh, well, outfield does matter. And I stopped kind of wearing them in the airports because you couldn't get to one gate from another, especially because a lot of people are traveling. Well, over the last year, I haven't worn them shirts, and it's people will be like, I heard that voice. Oh, I knew that was you. You the travel ball guy. I know you somewhere. And then next thing you know, when you see somebody take a picture with you, I thought that was you. Now you got 10 people in a line, so you're sitting there waiting to board, and you're like, oh, they're like, you love your stuff, and you feel like death, and you're tired, and you stink, and you're on, how it is on an airport.
Oh,
and I love it. I love talking to people. I know I'm good at this because I've always been this same person. I'm the same person on them videos as I am in real life. I am getting older and I am slowing more down, but I am only using that hyper kind of, oh my God, when it, on the shows now. And it's actually kind of helped me chill out a little bit because I was going for a long time. And that's another thing. This whole, when you said the going from what it was like when you worked in a regular office and now you're a superhero influencer like myself. No, I'm saying you said that. I'm just joking, guys. A joke. And you start working on yourself a little better. I care a little more. I'm more in the gym, eating better, don't drink as much, every now and then, like a little gummy every now and then. But I try to talk over people as much. It's hard because you get going. These tournaments, I appear at tournaments. I'm sure we'll talk about that later. And you're always on, and you got to learn when to not be on. And it's like me. I'm on. I drink a lot of caffeine. I've recently quit, kind of slowing that down. And you realize, okay, I need to speak clearer now. I need to get my point across better. I need to be nice. I need to not, I've got children around me now. I want to make this, you're always being looked at, especially at anything baseball related. You can't do anything. There's no more drinking in the outfield with the Miller Lights like we did back in the day at the old baseball games. Sometimes some of them I'll sneak a few of them, but that's it's where it's been. It's what it's been like.
Well, it's, again, it's when you're going through the process from, let's just say, one life to the next, it's, the financial part happens last.
Yes.
So you get recognized.
I love talking about it. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're right.
Jude, first of all, you work 40 hours a week in a regular office.
Mm-hmm.
You're used to getting that paycheck every 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. You shut your day off after. Some people don't. They want to complain about their job, which we all did. I did it. But this entrepreneur, business owner, influencer, life where you have to pay for your own, taxes. You got to pay your taxes. You got to pay your medical insurance. You have to have your own stuff now. Everything's taxed. Everything's e-commerce. Shopify's an issue. You don't get a lot of cash. You got a lot of people that are taking advantage of you.
Yeah.
You promote things, you start getting big. You don't know who to tell.
Mm-hmm.
You just came from an office. You don't know what your rates are for a Gatorade video or a Hilton video. What do you tell them?
Mm-hmm.
And then you find out what you did tell them that you got screwed. You could have got a heck of a lot more. You find out what some of the tournament directors make, what you get. You only get so many bats and gloves sent to you from companies. Say, you do video. Finally, my wife got to a point. She was like, I know you're flying all these places and you get to stay in the hotels and you get to go shake hands and sell a couple t-shirts. We're in debt now, more so than we were. So you have to learn to be meaner and have to put exactly what I'm talking about because you're in this business life. And I'm 6 years into it. And people will tell me all the time, it takes 5 years to grow a business. Yeah, maybe 6 or 7, 8 years, maybe. I mean, it really is, but you can see it.
Oh yeah,
you can see like this is working. You got CPAs now. You've got this has got to a level where we've hooked up 401k.
Yeah.
I've got my kids involved. My wife and it's like you're playing with bigger numbers.
Yeah.
But you're still playing with that credit card, pay it off, credit card again, and I don't know what I mean. I don't know what I make. I don't know. All I know is that I use a credit card a whole lot, and I got to go fly places, and it's working, but I still ain't got my stuff paid off yet. But I do feel like you can feel this is a lot different. I'm in radio shows now, podcasts. Like this is for all you out there, I've been on a lot of podcasts. This is one of the top ones right here. Very organized dude. My man's got a big following on there. Look at that, baby. There's the hit that again one time. Hit that out of the park, baby. You're welcome, Nick. Shout out to you for the Hitstreak, guys. Follow us, guys, on Instagram and Facebook. All right.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, you can do that the whole time we're in here, baby.
Dude, they're so white, man. I love it.
Hi, folks. I'm your man, Nick Hyder, and I just want to say a quick thank you for all of you, the millions of you tuning into the Hitstreak. If you have not already, subscribe to the Hitstreak on all digital platforms. Share your favorite episodes with your friends, your team, literally whoever needs a lift. We've built a worldwide audience of millions, and we're just getting started. Every episode, we're breaking down the playbook of top performers so that you can get to that next level too. We're literally getting the information from the people that have it to the people that need it by bringing on guests that everybody knows and some that not everybody knows yet. So again, thank you for being a part of this movement. Keep listening, keep sharing, and keep leveling up with the Hitstreak. Everything compounds when the team happens. So when you started getting, not your entourage, the people that are working with you, because when you're not, there's good types of debt. One of them would be a form of an investment, and that's what you got. That's what you and your family were doing. You were investing into this. Yeah,
and that took time, because there is a up and down road with. Never mind the personal effect of it. Of what if it's like being in a small town and being. I don't really consider myself famous, but I am popular in the travel ball world is how I say that. And it is very, a lot of people around you that well, they don't know how to handle that, and neither do you. And so that's an issue. And then your family life and then your kids, because, everybody wants to know what's going on. Your kids can get kind of affected in school, which they did. My daughter actually went to school online as it ended. She's a senior. She's out now and she's doing great, got a good job in college. I'm real proud of her. But that was an issue. And it wasn't all me, but it was some of it, and then my kid, does he get played favoritism or not on teams? Then you do got a lot of baseball moms kind of highlight you, but I'm married and it's fine. It's just because at the end of the day, you're at a family event.
Yep.
You don't see that from the camera because you see me and oh my God, look at all the pictures he's taking. But dude, there's dads and moms and grandparents and it's awesome.
Yeah.
Travel ball's great.
Yeah.
It just gets negativity based on the different levels of travel ball. So it's because people don't know the difference between 6U single A rec ball versus a 12 or 14U national major level team. It's a very different deal. And a lot of people are like, oh, man, we just didn't like our team. We're going to start a new one. Well, yeah, a lot of people do that. And look, that's where money comes from all of these tournament directors, these lower, organizations.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a whole other world up top there where there are those big ones. And the social media followings matter and money, and they fly kids. And you know what? Everybody on that end of it is having a great time.
Mm-hmm.
It's just us being like, why can't my kid do that? Well, I don't like this. Is stupid. Travel ball costs too much money, and I hate gate fees. Well, why'd you buy your kid a $400 bat when he broke it yesterday? He still can't hit the ball.
That's exactly.
I mean, it's the truth. You know?
And it's crazy too, because what's in the kid's bag will be more than the head coach gets paid for the entire
oh my God,
season.
Dude! And why do they slam them on the ground all the time? You seen that video you were talking to me about earlier? I would never pull out a driver of a golf bag and just smash it on the ground. It's $400 or $500.
Yep.
They do it because why? They're going to grow out of it in a couple months, and we'll get them another one anyway.
That's right. Because
all you got to do, I tell all the kids all the time, they go, I want a new bat. I said, just strike out. Strike out in front of your parents all the time, and tell them you want the dub. Yeah, they'll get it for you.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
It was and I think a lot of true or false. You think parents are putting kids up to it? It's like that warranty's up in a year. Go beat that bat.
Yeah, my wife has said that. She's like, you're gonna use it anyways. It's hot. Might as well use it when you can. We'll go ahead and turn it in and get another one next week. Mm-hmm. And you got to. Yep. It works.
Yeah.
I mean, I like it. Now we're in BB Core, so it's harder to break them.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I'm not mad about it. Them drop fives are dangerous. So I've got a dude on my team that's it's a monster. And I mean, he's 100+ velo at 13. He's 14 now, but I mean, that's a drop five. It's like BP with that kid. It's like, oh Lord, and
absolutely
those drop fives are nasty, man. And I just people pay for everything.
Well, the brilliance kind of about what you do is because travel ball is great. It's I mean, gosh, for 3 or 4 months that you're with those people in the spring or summer, you're a family.
You really are.
Because you're with them all the time.
I always tell this, I don't know how many people listen to this that I know personally, they don't like listen to none of my stuff. But if y'all do, everybody that was ever involved in my kid, personally, there was ups and downs. There was drama, crazy drama. Mm-hmm. They were all, I wouldn't trade any of it because I look at baseball, and I tell my kids on my teams this a lot, and different kids that I talk to, because they always coming up to me, and I'm like, it's a guys. I was like, I get that you all are just enjoying sports, and I know your parents make it a little tougher. I was like, but I'm gonna tell y'all, for me, I said, just the thing about this as this is a little version of what your life's gonna be like when you have a job, because I always tell everybody, you're going to have that boss, like a coach, who you don't like. And he might play favoritism to somebody else in the workplace, or let him play, middle infield, where he's probably not qualified for. I know what that's like to have somebody get that job over me. Why do I have to sit the bench?
That's
say you're going to bounce back and forth with it. And it's important to have a couple different jobs, just as coaches and bosses, because you learn from them. I like some of the more aggressive guys because my son needed that, but he also needed a calmer version. Yeah, he's had women coach him, and I've coached him. And there's a negativity with youth sports on if their parents coach them or not. There's a lot of really good dad coaches out there. I've got my buddy Rusty. His kids never have no issues with him. He's been coaching them their whole life. Yeah, he's a good coach to his son. Yeah, he's a good coach. Period. Yeah. But it's just you got to learn the ages that you're supposed to coach. Some coaches are better at 14 than they are at 9. Yeah, you can't coach every kid the same way as you can your own. And you got kids that got autistic now. That I have on my team, and you can't go about that. Cuss that kid out like you can the little bad one over here. Keep spitting on everybody. And that he's used to it. The other one's not. And some of them are soft. Some of them, and then we're it's 2025 now. Gotta behave. Yep. Don't say nothing bad. No. It's on camera. 24-hour rule. Don't say nothing to the coach. Like, screw that. But now behind closed doors, oh yeah, we talk about them little boys behind closed doors.
That's right.
I'm telling you, that's what you get a Netflix special and get some cameras on in there and really get going on and what they really think about the kid. They're not even mad at the kid; they're mad at the parents. They take it out on the kid. That's all the juicy stuff. That's right. That's what we'll see in the travel ball show coming out in 2026, guys. I'm working on it.
The Dance Moms thing was a huge smash.
So to be fair, I have had some comics reach out. My manager and agent and I have been talking a little bit. There has been some stuff in the works of some writers. I've been told I'm going to be involved in that. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything yet because I don't know how true it all. You know how it is with this stuff. Everybody says stuff and you see if it works out. This one seems a little bit more, this might be a thing. And they said some stuff to me and they were like, here's what we were going to talk about, maybe going about it. And I said, no. I said, let me get in there with them writers. Hang on, you go change a few things. I said, because that's not exactly how it is. But if you just hear me out, they're like, yes. And that's what I said. That's why you're coming. So that's supposed to be here. Something coming up soon. I'm supposed to get flown somewhere to sit in a meeting. So I can't wait for that because let me be the dude behind the scenes or even a guy out there. I'll do a little bit of both. And I'll be like, no. That mom needs to be a little more slutty over there and any cat hair on her yoga pants. There is a thing I talk about in my comedy special with the different levels of a younger mom, a younger travel ball mom versus an older travel ball mom. How the young ones are all still nice and tight and everything's together and they got all the cute little stuff. And then the older ones are just exhausted. The clothes are dirty. The cat hair on the yoga pants, the panty line is shoved up into one butt crack. It's awful and they're exhausted. They've been living on McDonald's and Mexican food for the last 7 years and they do not like going to watch their kids at practice anymore.
That's right.
But them 6 and 7 year old mamas, they be out there like, we just got on my toes though, my little stitches and my little number 11 on my big toe. I love my baby, you know.
There's a whole Amazon list for baseball stuff for the wife with the baseball earrings.
I sell them, Travel ball moms gone wild. Or what is it? There's nothing calm about a travel ball mom.
That's right.
One of my shirts. You damn right.
There ain't nothing wrong about calm about a travel ball mom. It's always fun because it's literally like it's life and death.
Oh yeah, and the moms end up knowing more about the baseball than the dads do as the years go on. Now, my wife knows more about balanced bats and what size cleats you should wear because of your growth plate on your foot, and these white baseball pants will shred in a power washer, and these won't. And man, it's crazy. And my wife right now, FBI mom, she tell you all these kids are playing, which teams are going to, and everything. She does her research, and I know a ton of moms that do that. Call them FBI moms.
Dude,
sneak around, spy.
It was every year when I was the head guy for my son's team. There was the tryouts, and then 2 weeks of life stopped for the coach because he's got to make all the calls. And we'd love to have you on the team. Yeah. And the parents are like, well, we're thinking about the other team. It's a negotiation at this point in time. I'm like, do y'all have an agent?
You're right. No, so I talk about that on my show. We're the client, they're the agent. It's like, man, we're also the nutritionist, the publicist. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, the NV stars were wanting them. So we're got a meeting tonight with the parents. We got invited to their birthday party, and we're not gonna tell anybody that we're gonna be there. So that your kid shows up with the other team's party, and then it's like, you're right, because you ship them around like an agent, and then they'll have these tryout parties where they'll put the little hats on the table and the balloons, and they're like, you're gonna pick the team you want to be. It's like a kid getting ready to go to college who's picking what football team he's gonna go to. He's like, you picked the Canes. Hey,
isn't that crazy?
He's got a contract to sign. Oh my God, it's adorable. Though you can't talk to the coach for 24 hours. Oh, we're so happy to be on the team. Everybody's happy because they're tryout super. Congratulations, you made the team party.
That's right.
They're 8.
That's right. So a buddy of mine owns a big retail store here called Hit After Hit. I mean, it's like baseball heaven. His bat, there's thousands of bats in this one wall.
I've seen some places like that. Those places are awesome.
So he tells, I love going in there, and what you see at the complexes, he's seeing in real life in real time. He's like, I got moms that'll come in here and pick out a bat for their kids. The kid will never touch the bat. Mom's in there swinging it, holding it out. Yeah. This is the bat you want. He's like, the kid never touched it. It's a composite.
Yeah, it's a 2-piece. Like, look, it's balanced different. And kids were like, whatever. Yeah, no, it's trust me, they know. And it's the ones. It's the hype. It's the tank. It's the Marucci. Yeah, it's the ones they know. And the moms be knowing. And they'll find the best deal. And they will get the best way they'll make sure they get that when it breaks. They're quick to have that refund or that warranty deal. So like we were talking about, but the moms are on it.
And the bats break so often now that like when Ethan was younger, they weren't as expensive as they are now. But like it was like, when they're going to break and then it's going to take 6 weeks before you get the replacement back. Well, what do they hit with for 6 weeks? Like we always had a second bat.
Yeah, we do. I mean, we keep we kept a composite and aluminum for weather. And I always kept a BB core or a wood bat with him too, because my thing was always like, you need to get stronger. Let's just use a heavier bat. This is coming. Just use this in the cage. And we did it for a long time. And parents, if you're listening out there, I would. You're 11, 12, 13. Get the kid a BB core. Let him mess around with it. It feels different in his hand. It helps build a tiny little bit of strength. And the bat's different. You know, it is. You played high level. You know, there's a lot of difference between drop 5 and a BB core. You know,
Big time.
So and you find out who your baseball players are after that, who can really hit the ball.
That's right.
Because your cheat code on the drop 5s. I use a cheat code on a drop 5 when I hit fungos because it makes the ball go faster. Because I'm weak now, so I do use my drop 5. So screw you, I'm not using a fungo. I play golf. I can't hit it that good, but I'm trying. Leave me alone.
What's one of the craziest? So the complexes out there are crazy these days. They're nice. I mean, there's covered disc fans everywhere. Like it's insane. What's probably one of the you've seen a lot?
Yeah, I've been to a lot of them.
What's the craziest thing you've seen at a complex or somebody do like that? I can imagine. My dad used to always say it was never failed. Somebody'd call and Dad send out the email that games were washed out or whatever, and of course you'd get 100 phone calls. Well, it's not raining at my house. And and it's
everybody's a meteorologist when it rains in the travel ball world. They're like, look at it breaking up over here. Look, I got the radar on here. That little red area is just going to pass us. It should be breaking up here in a couple minutes. 4 other dads are looking. Well, that's not what mine said. And and I did a video. I was in Florida. It was damn near a hurricane. I come out of the car. And I was like, it's pouring on me. I was like, it's breaking up. We're playing in 10 minutes. People love that. And I was like, wow. And they do. We all turn into meteorologists.
And it's like, well, we're playing. It's not raining at my house. It's like, well, we're not playing at your house. We're playing at the field. It's raining it's raining at the field.
Can't they just put Diamond Dry down? And I feel for the tournament directors. I'm not going to sit here and just bash them. I know they get a lot of bashing, but there is a lot of work that goes into planning a tournament. And I've been to all of them. I feel like I've been to every I've been out west now. I've been in Texas. I'm going up north. I've been up north. I did some stuff in Sandusky, Ohio, and then obviously I've done everything in the SEC states with the Grand Slam. Shout out to my Grand Slam people. It's a tournament organization. All the SEC football schools is where they're at. Alabama, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Mississippi, stuff like that. And yeah, man, I've had the privilege of being. I got flown around the country to appear at those tournaments and help, promote those organizations. And my teams would play in them. I would secretly bring out my daddy baller teams and not really tell a lot of people. And I would use those as tryouts so I could work with some kids. And it really was nice because I was trying to put together a small scout team because my goal was I got all these kids that I know and they're all about to be in high school. And I was like, if I could just put something together for the next 3 years with these guys and really help them get seen. And when I mean them, I don't mean 12 kids. I've got a list of 30, 40 kids on this deal to help. And I try and promote them. I started a new little Instagram. We didn't talk about it. I don't push it out a ton yet because it's not finished. Is the MP3 Daddy Ballers Instagram page.
Okay.
I got about 2,000 followers on it, but it's not me. It's all the kids. Yeah. Their Instagram following, some of the good stuff that they do, some of the cool stuff they're wearing. I use it as a marketing tool. Yeah. And I don't take any money. In fact, I'm paying for all of it. And I'm not really telling everybody that, because if I do, they'd be like, oh my God, you got me, because you can't. The stuff you do that goes unseen, I wish people could see sometimes, but I'll never tell it. Sure. The amount of free stuff that I get that I give out, and you don't see any of that. But my overall goal was you got all this following and you're very tied in with travel baseball parents. What are you going to do when you're 70? What are you going to do with that following that no one may or may not care? For all I know, Facebook could go away. I don't know. What am I going to do? So my thought was at least show some good at it. And that's why, like I told you in the past, I was just going to do videos about myself. I don't want to call anybody out. I don't want to video people and say, this is what you're doing wrong. I know what that's like. I don't want to, I want to be like, this is funny. Quit being stupid, parents. Laugh. I'm able to recycle these videos for a lot of the new parents coming in, which is nice because they're not crazy outdated yet. And, I do try and have options for people to be like, okay, here's some free stuff, or here, sign up for this team, or you don't have to worry about playing. And now I've got this Daddy Baller thing set up to where I think I've figured out how to pay some of the coaches a little bit and maybe help some of the people that can't afford to go to some of these things, because some of their kids are really good and need to be seen. And just because they don't have a certain last name or play in a certain area where it's real popular at, it's hard to live in Bullitt County. And I've got a group of kids out there that I know that I'm like, those kids are that good. But that one there maybe needs to get a little bit older first and then he can play. So I've just tried to be a nice person and do everything correct. I always tell everybody there's no way I could have handled this when I was 20 years old. 41 years old. Yeah. Okay. Because she wouldn't have been sitting there right now. My kids probably would have been here. I would have been probably strung out on something, drunk and everything else sitting here. And now I feel like I got my stuff more together now than I think I ever have. And I have to say that everything that's happened because of this is really, it's been a good thing for me because I've used all of my, everything I'm really good at, it's all coming out into this. The problem is I'm not happy with any of it.
Sure.
It's hard to watch yourself. It's hard to edit videos when you see yourself. The only thing I see on social media is me. I don't look at your stuff. I did friend like 5,000 people on Facebook when I first got started.
Yeah.
Because people were following me.
Yeah.
So I would just accept the friendship because I thought that's how you got followers on Facebook.
Yeah.
Now I have a whole bunch of people I don't know that just brag on their kids all day long. And it's perfect content.
Absolutely.
I love the 10-minute videos about the kids like swinging just to find out it's like an in the park home run off of a bunt.
Yeah.
And they're like, look at what we did. Oh my God, he's so good. I'm going to post it on Facebook so everybody can see it. You look at the likes and be like, well, of course they liked it, you know?
Yep.
And, but that stuff, you know, and I'm all over the place. I think about things 100 different ways. If I say, oh my God, he likes me, then I'll be like, maybe he don't because he said this, you know, and I try and look at things in a lot of different areas, and I care about what I post. I care about how I post things, and you can't be perfect, but you know, I do. It's all, I'm just trying to be a good dude. That's it, man.
It's got to be tough because, you know, you're still a dad that's kid plays. So like, you know, a lot of people might confuse when you go to watch your son play that you're at work.
Yeah, that happens. I'm usually pretty good about getting around tournaments now on how to maneuver, because I do get dropped off at a lot of these, and then I have to they call me up. They're like, "Hey, Mark, we want you to come here and put on our tournament. They want you to appear at this 2 days, Saturday and Sunday. You walk around, and shake hands." Well, I've been doing that for 3-4 years, and you're right. You get noticed everywhere, but you do figure out a way to like ninja your way around there. So I've found out ways to be like, sometimes that's it. I love you, Larry Thompson at Grand Slam, but listen, there was a couple times when I was in Florida, I went and had dinner. I had some lunch on the beach during a travel ball game when I was supposed to be shaking hands. I snuck out and you didn't know because there was so many people there. They're like, "Where's Mark?" I was like, "Oh, I was back in the back." But I stayed, Larry, and I was there the whole time, and I took a lot of pictures, and you know it. So I hope he calls me at some point. Be like, "I heard you on that podcast." The Hitstreak with Nick, man. I love it. Perfect teeth and great hair.
That's right, baby. Are you ready to take your brand digital? At HitLab Creative, we don't just make content. We build your digital foundation from the ground up. So whether you're launching a podcast, creating scroll-stopping social media content, or building a website that actually converts, we connect all the dots. Podcast production, CRM systems, content strategy, data analytics, branding, it's all under one roof. Because in today's world, content without strategy, it's just noise. And you're here to make an impact. So if you're ready to launch smarter, grow faster, and create with a purpose, it's time to team up with the HitLab. Visit hitlabstudio.com/studio-time and let's build something that lasts. Because the HitLab is where digital strategy meets data-driven content creation. Well, so and complexes are popping up like all over the place.
I know. I want to.
Do you have a favorite one? Can you say that?
Yeah. If you want to know the truth, I have a few places. I don't have a favorite one. I like a lot of different places. Like for instance, East Cobb's close. Obviously, it's like, you know, old school. I like it. Good competition out there, especially at some of the big tournaments. It's like everybody's there. You see MLB players walk around. Now there's a hidden one in Ruston, Louisiana. Nobody knows about.
I don't.
It's called the Ruston Sports Park. Okay. They've got East Cobb type concessions. Okay. They got gumbo and they've got jambalaya. That's good too. Really? And all the people in Louisiana are like, this place is, oh my God, this is the worst jambalaya. I'm telling you, from a dude from Kentucky, it's delicious. They also have Game Changer hooked up to all of their fields now. So where all you have to do is scan a barcode. It'll sync to your phone, and you have multiple camera angles with Game Changer. And they've got pocket radar that's getting hooked up to that, so they can show the mile per hour on the kids, because we need to know how fast our 10-year-olds throw. Yeah. And you know, that's a good one. They just installed a go-kart track out there. I think there's like a putt-putt thing out there too for some of the siblings to do, so you got to deal with them little brats running around in travel ball tournaments. Sandusky in Ohio is a good one. It's up there by Cedar Point. It's really clean, all turf. They sell beer. Ohio, Dayton sells beer too. What's cool about the Sandusky one is that if you play there, they'll give you tickets to Cedar Point. Pigeon Forge is a really good one. Yeah. Like that, especially if you want to go to Pigeon Forge, go in October.
Yes.
Play in the cold weather.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Oh, yeah.
Snow on the mountains. I like it.
It's beautiful. Dollywood's right around the corner.
I'm gonna give a shout out to E-Town in Kentucky, close to my house. They got a very nice place.
Beautiful.
It's a very nice 3 quads, a huge complex, all turf infields. They got very nice grass outfields. My son's played there for years. And then Lake Point. I haven't been to Lake Point yet, but I'm coming out. Space Coast in Orlando, Boomball in Orlando. Starkville, Mississippi's got a really nice complex out there under a guy named Mike that I'm friends with. Grand Slam tournaments he runs. It's a very nice place out there. I mean, I could go on, man. There's a ton of them. I went to. I haven't been a ton of them out west. I just did some California comedy shows. I hooked up with a bunch of travel ball directors out there. They got some good stuff, and I'm gonna come out there. There's one in Nevada, Vegas area, Reno. Honestly, I went there and I was like, oh, it's Vegas, it's California. I want to play here. But that's just to name some, off the top of my head,
awesome.
That are good stuff. That check it out, parents. You check them out, and go. I would also go to Panama City during their World Series if you're under the age of 12 or 13.
Yeah,
because it's good. It's a fun week. There's a lot of teams out there. Never mind the competition. Just don't worry about who wins or loses. They got great stuff there, but it's you're at the beach for a week. It's great.
That's what I'm talking about.
Best, bro. 1 game a day. Get on the beach, drink a little. A couple days off during the week. Perfect. I'll be out there doing shows. It'll be a good time.
There's a lot. It seems like every college program has a first pitch dinner. There's banquets all over the place. The Old Timers Baseball Association here, we host, and we had Don Mattingly last year. Usually going after former players or coaches, but there was. I want to know who's some of the people that maybe I won't call him a mentor, but inspired you, like a Bob Uecker type person that made it, that was professional but funny. Like that, a lot of people didn't know Bob Uecker, how, if you ever see him when he was doing the bits, the way he spoke and the way he breathed when he would speak to be able to do things a certain way, it was very technical. He was very polished.
I don't have anybody that I've really been in person, but I have been. I spend a lot of time watching people that I don't normally like. For instance, I like how Dwayne Johnson acts towards his fans. I like how Nate Bargatze is on stage. I like what's the dude with the country singer with the tattoos on his face?
Jelly Roll.
No, the other one. Post Malone.
Yeah.
I think he is spectacular with people. I listened to him honestly the other night on the VMAs for the first time. I don't know a ton of his music. I hear a few things. I'm honestly just listening to Usher from '90s. I'm a '90s R&B guy.
Yes, dude.
Yeah, dude. Elton John. I like Backstreet Boys. I like all that stuff. I like Manson. I got all kind of weird stuff going on. But I wanted to mimic myself kind of after really the Jelly Roll or not, but Post Malone.
Yeah.
From a personal person on stage, I've been picking the brains. My opener out here, guy I've met, Nick Morrison's a dude. I don't know a ton of comics now because I've only done this 10, 11 times, but I've met a few of these dudes, over the past couple of years. And I guess, Josh Sneed was a dude that helped me, talk to him about some stuff. Nick Morrison was another guy out there that he's probably been the closest thing right now just because I've spent most of the time with him here recently and I've been able to pick his brain because he's lived this life. And you do able to do that in the green rooms. Yeah. Met a dude named Omid out of California, solid dude. He's a dirty little comedian. I love it. Like a little foreign dude too. We get along. He's cool. I'm going to have him come out to some other stuff.
Yep.
And some of the stuff they tell you, the feedback, that's something I wouldn't have listened to in the past from people. I'd have just been like, okay, thank you, and then walked away. But to hear it from them, and I genuinely care, like I told you when I tell my kids and how baseball is like working at an office, even negative. I had somebody hit me up the other day on Facebook and just crushed me, and I responded in a honest, like, okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I get what you're talking about. I won't go bite your head off and cuss you out on Facebook like everybody else does.
Yeah,
I was like, you're right. Because I was thinking the same thing. I don't want to do baseball videos. I don't want to do baseball stand-up for an hour for the next 10 years.
Yeah.
I want to do 45 minutes of my life and maybe 5 or 10 minutes now of youth sports.
Yeah.
That's where I think it will go because there is more to me than.
Absolutely.
I didn't play baseball like that. I was just a dude that sat the bench.
Yeah.
And I think that's kind of what helped. Was that I was able to look at it from a different way.
Yeah, perspective's everything.
Plus, I showed up in a time where baseball was different now than it was 10, 15 years ago. We never had travel ball like this.
Correct.
And I didn't, and a lot of people don't understand the levels of it. Like I told you, you don't know because you're stuck in your hometown. You play the same teams every single week. Then you go that one Florida trip, for your family, Florida trip once a week, and you're a travel ball team with the same teams that you just played in your hometown or down there playing in Florida,
That's right.
Hey, we're so good. Okay, yeah, well, check out what's going on at East Cobb over here with Cabrera's kid. He hit a 405-foot home run with a wooden bat. He's 13. It's like a little different. And so they're like, well, it's because he went through puberty first. And you're like, oh my God. So then parents start feeding their kids those vitamins now,
Oh, dude.
I know some that are contemplating steroids at 13. I'm not lying.
I remember when we were 8, they're 8, and we're playing like our 17th game of the day. And I remember one of the moms was like, they literally showed back up with a case of Red Bulls, and my wife and I were
Ours
like,
was Skittles. Give them some Skittles for energy, but we gave our kid Ghost Energy on the winter game. I gave him half of one. My wife was like, give him half a C4. Just half of one. C4 Energy. His stomach hurts the rest of the game. We're like, fuck.
Dude, it's my son got into a mom brought a case of Red Bulls, and literally like we weren't paying attention. Ethan drank like a third of one. Seriously, he was like
running.
stomach was hurting. Oh yeah, dude.
I know, man. It sucks.
He was like, Dad, my
You're
stomach
mad at him.
hurts.
Just get out there. You're fine. And it's like, you gave him a whole Red Bull? How old is he? 8? Oh shit.
That's exactly what I said. I was like, dude, you're fine. Get out there.
I know. Let's go eat some bread.
Oh my gosh, dude. And the with the towels and the coolers.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. The towel thing was I don't know if this is true or not, but I was told, I had some friends of mine that were lesbians, and they were like, we heard that if you wear a wig and you're a straight man on social media, it's a sign of disrespect. Put a towel on your head. Because straight men, I don't know if it's true or not, so that's why I did it. Because I don't want to make anybody mad.
Yeah.
And I was like, fine, whatever. Because I didn't know if it was, but the amount of transgenders that hit me up after that. Because I was acting like a baseball mom. And I kind of welcomed them too, if you know the truth.
For sure.
They were like, oh my God, you reminded me of my father. And I was like, oh, thank you, sir or ma'am. And I was like, whatever. And it turned into like a whole little back and forth on my messages. And I genuinely was like, so what was that like, telling your parents that you were ready to switch on over? And so we've had a really decent conversation, and because I wasn't going to hate on you.
They're people.
I don't care.
That's right.
I don't give a damn I don't even vote, man. I was a Catholic altar boy, and I don't care if you're a Christian or whatever. I'll pop in, check out what's going on. Some of them got good guitarists in them places. Mm-hmm. But I'm sorry. I did Catholic schools for such a long time, and it just kind of pushed me out a little bit. And now it's like, oh God, I really want to wake up on Sunday and do this. And my neighbors are always like, please go. And then I feel bad. And then I go in the room and I'm like, please, dear Lord, let me do good. It's Zany's tonight. And I'm like, are you still listening? Because I didn't go to church in like 10, 15, 20 years. But we'll see. Thank you, Lord.
Oh,
I'm rambling there, man. I don't know. I don't know. This ain't nothing I ain't never said, man. This is garage talk on a Saturday night in my house right here. Right. You know, this is cool.
Well, that's why it works though, is because it's relatable to so many. My buddy Matt DeVries, best contract attorney in town, he has this thing. It's the same as you.com. And he's just like, he's a single dad, got 7 kids.
Why would anybody need that many kids?
I told him, I was like, you know what causes that?
God, I got fixed.
I did too.
Quickly.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm getting fixed, and I know, and I'm trying to figure out all the things that are going to happen so I can prepare. And so you gotta clean and shave and all the things, right? So I was like,
come on, man, you smooth as butter. You should be shaving every day in that shower. Don't lie, I shave my arms, man. Come
that's
on.
Right.
I see you working out. I know you over there.
Well, I was like, if we're doing this, I was like, we're gonna leave an impression. I want to be remembered.
There you go.
So I went and got a Sharpie, and I gave it to my wife, and I'm like, we're going to leave a note for the doctor down there.
It.
We're going to leave a note for the doctor down there.
I got a story for you about this.
So all we ended up doing was the slant-faced emoji, right?
Okay.
Right on the
cup?
the sack.
Oh, yeah.
Right on the sack. So I didn't know that the nurse was the one that was going to find it.
Oh, you drew it on there. Okay.
Yeah.
You're talking about, okay. I thought you were talking about on a piece. Okay.
No, my wife drew it on there.
Hi, it's little me here, little Nick.
That's right. So, so I thought it was a love note for the doctor, but the nurse is the one that comes in and preps everything. So you should have heard her. I get up and they put me on the chairs. I'm in the stirrups, And she walks in and she goes, "Oh my Lord," and just lost it. And I was like, "That's not for you. That's for the doctor." She was like, "Well, I got to clean you up." And I'm like, "Well, go get him. We got to tell him the note."
Yeah.
I'm like, "This ain't a message in a bottle. It disappears."
Oh man, you need to hit that little button on that Hitstreak there. Yay for vasectomies. Dude, I got lost. Dude, I had to give a sample.
What?
I had to give a sample of it once it was all cleaned out. So after they gave me the surgery, they're like, "Hey, we need to give you.
Yeah.
You got to bring a sample." Okay, so it's fine, right? I got lost in the doctor's office with it. You got this is time sensitive.
Yes,
this is in a brown paper bag, like a lunch.
Oh yeah.
I got lost. What? I
would have panicked.
Excuse me, lady in the hallway. Hi, I got to deliver something, and they're like, "What? Where are you going?" I had a thing going on. And she's like, "It's a vasectomy." "Oh, well, go down to the ends of the door and go through the double doors. Take it right." Well, I get to the double doors, like 6 of them. So a team full of old ladies and the old little nurses in the. I'm getting aggravated at this point. I got 15 seconds to drop this semen off. And I can't figure out where to go. And I keep asking everybody. So finally, I was getting pissed off. And this lady, this man come walking down the hallway. And I was like, "Sir," I was like, I gotta drop this off right away. He was like, "What are you trying to drop?" I said, "Look, I just jacked off in a cup. And I've got 13 seconds left to get it off. And I don't want to do this again because I did this at my work. Because they give you such a time. And you want to bleep that out because it's really gross. But yeah, I mean, that really happened. I mean, what do you want me to do? I was walking. It was all messed up when I got it. I was like, "Is this still good?" It's so messed. That's the most awkward. And somebody said, "You didn't really need to do that. You were fine." And I was like, "Oh. I hated it. I'm glad I don't do that anymore."
This is another true story. So I'm coaching, and like I think it's ridiculous. Well, some of them maybe were warranted, but like as a coach, you don't get thrown out of games. It just
I never have
especially when they're young.
Never.
I've been thrown out twice. All right, one time was on purpose. I had somewhere to be.
I'll video mine when I get thrown out.
You'll
see
right.
that. I'll be like, "Here it is, guys." Go ahead.
Well, me and the umpire orchestrated. I went out there and talked to him. I was like, "Hey, dude, I'm coming. Is there anything you need me to say?"
No pun intended on that vasectomy joke.
I
couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
That's funny.
You can't make this stuff up.
I'm sweating over here.
Well, the second time I got thrown out was so I had my vasectomy that day. Well, we got a ball game that night, and Nick's still going to coach. Nick's still going to coach
Ball
third.
Game.
So, and ironically, it was my son's first ever outside the park home run. Was the same night.
No, so I had to throw that in there. My son hit a home run.
He did.
Don't forget that.
He only hit one.
How big was that? How big was that fence?
200.
Oh God! How old is he? 14.
He was 11. But he hit his home run, and then something happened. I can't remember. And I think the umpire was drinking. I know he was. I smelt it on his breath. He was drinking. And it was getting out of control, and he ended up throwing me. And I was medicated too, so I had some like as a pro guy, I got thrown out. So I'm like, I gotta get my money's worth.
Yeah, you gotta make it look good.
I gotta go kick.
You know who I am.
I tried to kick dirt on the plate. Realized I was like, I had just been operated on that day.
Oh, I did jump on a trampoline afterwards. I know what you're talking about. Your stomach hurts.
It hurt bad.
Yeah, dude, you're done. The peas, the Call of Duty. I remember that. Yeah, dude. That sucks.
Yes,
for like a couple weeks. I remember that.
Yeah, it was a while. I used to do jumping jacks to warm up for workouts. That was the end of my jumping jacks because I couldn't do them for like 2 months. Just the bouncing.
Gravity takes over the older you get.
It hurt. It hurt. But I got tossed the day of my vasectomy, and it's funny because the coach of this was on a weekday league, so the coach calls me, or sorry, the head of the league calls me next day. He said, "Nick, did you get thrown out of a game last night?" I said, "I sure did." He said, "What happened?" And I told him, and he said, "Well, here's what the parents on the other team are saying," because they all sent the emails, that I was such a disgrace.
Do you know he had a vasectomy that earlier that day too?
Well, so they made this big thing that I made this big scene, and I was like, I did a little bit, but I was like, the name Ben was who I was talking to. I was like, "Ben, I had a vasectomy yesterday. I wasn't that mobile, dude.
Yeah.
I was moving pretty slow." He goes, "Oh, there's no way you could have kicked that much dirt on that stuff." I was like, "See, I told you."
You pull up Game Changer and take a look at it.
No, we weren't filming it back then. We should have.
Man, you get all kinds of stuff on that. I do a bit in my show about the FBI audio feed that is installed with Game Changer because you can hear everything for miles away. You could be like. But you pull it up on Game Changer. It's like, can you believe that her husband never comes to the game because he's out with another girl? Like the stuff that you hear is like, oh my goodness. So
all the parents running out there with their phone to show the umpire the call they missed on Game Changer.
God. Like we got instant replay. Like just sit down. Kid guy gets paid $50 an hour. He's got out of jail. Leave him alone.
I used to tell the parents all the time because again, the umpires are the worst at the younger kids. I'm like, well,
yeah, it's
the good ones are umpiring the older kids. They're qualified.
Yeah, I mean that's why they pay them less. I mean that's just how it is. And I don't think a lot of the parents at young age know it. You shouldn't care at all, really, unless you're in like, 14, 15, 16. Sure, you're in a big tournament like that. Fine. Anything else, none of it matters. I don't think anything really matters until you get in the gym. If you're an athlete, you gotta condition yourself. And that's when you find out you're finally fully grown. Don't worry about it. I gave my kid pitching lessons, hitting lessons. I pushed him, but we didn't do it a ton. We let him go for a month, maybe take off a year. Go work on what you learned. Okay, now you suck again. Let's still take you back and get a little tune up. I mean, that's where we're at with him. And we just recently hooked him back up again for the first time in about a year with a hitting guy.
There you go.
And I was like, all right, you're in BB Corps now. Go lift weights.
That's it.
Daddy dropped him off.
That's it.
I was speaking in the window though. Did you hear that ting and that aluminum bat in there, Amanda? Ooh, he's hitting hard. No, I'm just joking. Stupid. Oh man.
Are you ready to transform your business and unlock new revenue streams? At Processing First, we empower our partners with cutting-edge payment solutions and unparalleled support. We're more than just a one-size-fits-all payment processor. We're relationship-driven. By leveraging our extensive network of banking partners, we match you with the ideal bank to ensure that you receive the most competitive rates and deliver an exceptional experience for both you and your customers. Join a network that values transparency, efficiency, and growth. With our state-of-the-art POS systems and competitive processing rates, you can offer your clients the best in payment technology while boosting your own profitability. Why choose Processing First? Innovative solutions. Stay ahead with our advanced payment processing tools. Dedicated support. Our team is here to assist you every step of the way. Lucrative opportunities. Enhance your income by providing top-tier services to your clients. Don't settle for less. Partner with Processing First and take your business to the next level. Visit processingfirst.com to learn more and join our growing community of successful partners. So one of my big big pet peeves is, it's so hot.
Oh yeah.
It's so hot.
Oh man, mine's the shaking of the strike that goes by. The head shaking, like a ball right down the middle, and the little kid's like, yeah, like, oh, you was gonna hit it? Like you thought you ready now? Like that was the one. I hate it. The signing of the plate, is a whole little deal. The hot thing does work. The scoreboards, the gate fees, like all of that, parking, it's all, like I told you before the show started, every topic there's an issue with. You find me one. Bats are too expensive. Why you need an A2000? The glove, oh man, he needs 11 and a half. No, 11 and a quarter is better because it's for an infield. It's like, it's not Japanese kip leather. It's all just, everything is the issue with everything. Except Sand sucks.
The drip.
Why she don't ever watch her kids? They're running around, little sibling kids running around everybody. She don't ever watch her kids, does she? I've been babysitting them all day in the pool. Hotel lobbies. Why she booked that hotel room?
Yep.
We didn't want to stay in the place with the dirty carpet. We wanted the tile that smelled better, but no, she couldn't afford it. So now we all had to go here for the team. Like you name it, man. I keep on going. Find me something.
There's always that family that's too good to stay in the hotel. They stay in their own Airbnb.
I know. Yeah, Man and I have done that a few times. Hey there, honey.
That was our young daughter that's 4. That was her greatest value as a young baby in our family. Is like we don't have to stay at the hotel.
No, dude. I like, there's certain things in life. I like expensive food and nice hotels, and I want to fly first class now. It just got added. I haven't got to fly first class but a couple times, but I don't like sitting in the back. I don't like sitting in the middle. I want to be up front where I can spread out a little bit and get in and out of that plane quick. You know what that's like to probably fly all the time. Those are things that are important to me in life. That's it. I don't even need money. I just want that. Good food, nice hotels, and a decent place to sit on the plane.
That's it.
I'll take the exit row. I'm fine with that. I got all kind of leg room over there. Can't recline the seat, but you got a lot of leg room.
That's right. That's right. Are you, so obviously, you're leading, the direction you're going is more life experiences, circumstances, and everything else. But are the other sports as bad as baseball?
Yeah, they all are. I get a ton of parents hit me up. Wrestling, what's it called with the girls? The dance moms, cheerleading, hockey. I get a lot of hockey parents hit me up. Football, obviously, basketball, travel basketball's being a thing now. All of it is. Every single bit of it is the same. Yeah.
It's a whole lot of money and a whole lot of mismanaged expectations.
Yeah, but I will say this: your kids are always out playing sports. And if you could just not wear them out, you could play baseball all the time and you'd still be healthy.
Mm-hmm.
We could talk all day about pitch count and catchers and pitcher. You were a catcher, I've seen coaches pitch and catch kids the same game. You're talking about 250 pitches a game.
Yeah.
When you really break it down at a 9 or 10 year old, I know personally know people, and you know who I'm talking about because we've talked about you out there. And you can't do that. But the problem is that the parents are fine with it. Some of them parents are fine with that.
Yeah.
You can't get mad at the coach. You want to pull? No, he's good. You good out there, son? Yeah, Dad. Oh, he's good. The 9-year-old said he's fine.
That's
all right.
right.
Nice scar on your elbow there, Tommy John. So. And I've signed a lot of casts, man, and it sucks.
Really?
Oh, dude. 11, 12, 13. All I do is sign kids cast all the time. Tommy John, elbow, shoulder. Tommy, what's the one up here? Tommy
Rotator cuff.
Little league elbow, little league shoulder. Yeah, dude. And knock on wood, I've tried to condition mine. I did. We don't pitch them a ton. You don't need to. Play it second a lot more because it's a shorter throw. Let them be a utility player. I've always pushed that just because that's what high level baseball players and coaches told me. The kids play everywhere.
That's right.
So then it's like, where position do you play? Well, when he was into high school, it was all of them except for first and catcher. So
Well, it's how you learn the game.
Yeah, you got to. And it changes as they get older.
Yes.
The field changes. The whole game changed.
Yes.
60-90 happened. I was like, oh, okay. Wow, we're not scoring all these runs anymore because we don't have to run 3 steps to get to second base.
Yep.
Go ahead and throw them out now.
That's
Can
right.
you get it there? Oh, you can't? Oh, guess what? 54-80. We're at 60-90.
That's right.
And a lot of people quit.
A lot of
BB
people
cores
quit.
don't have the cheat code on the drop fives, and never mind about defense. It's all about hitting and pitching now. If you want to know the truth, but oh my God, he needs to play in the shortstop and third base. Don't let him go in the outfield. My son played short and third and second all the time. The only spot he wants to play now is first and outfield.
Mm-hmm.
Go do it.
That's right. The so when you're working on, like, I'm fascinated at how you took all this and turned it into a freaking comedy bit. You know what I mean? Because it's you get a certain amount of is that how it works? You get a certain amount of time.
I'm a headliner, so I get an hour.
You get an hour. What happens if can you go over?
I can do it. Yeah, I can go over if I want. I usually stop at about 50. It's really, for some reason, 54 minutes has been the one. And that takes some getting used to.
Yeah.
Because, I walked up on stage for the first time. I didn't tell nobody this, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's lights all in my face. And I was like, couldn't even get a word out. And I'm like, but dude, you're not that dude. You've been karaokeing, you've been talking to people your whole life in front of big groups. I've spoke in front of, for some reason, that stage on that comedy thing. And I was like, how's everybody doing out there tonight, guys? I'm Mark Paul. Appreciate y'all coming out. And then you got to come up with, you have to break it down into times.
Mm-hmm.
You need to learn how to manage the time, how to speak about something. What happens if you don't get a laugh? That's a new thing.
Ooh, yeah.
Then you're like, and then you forget. The worst part is forgetting what you want to say. Having said that, I have never worked so hard on trying to perfect this because I'm getting a lot of positive feedback from these shows.
Okay.
People are like, this is great. And I'm thinking in my mind, no, it was not. But then you see the response and you're like, okay. And look, I always tell everybody this. I'm going to be able to run across 2026 and have a lot of shows.
Mm-hmm.
And people that I've went to are going to have a really good time. But I won't be able to probably continue this after next year with the travel ball show.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to probably do some sort of recording where it's going to get out online. I want it to.
Yeah.
And so then your first season of comedy of the travel ball world is now over.
Yep.
You cannot go back out there and say, well, part 2 is, well, Game Changer updated, and now it's like you just never. Yeah. And most of my shows are all different. 75% of the show is the same, but 25, obviously, I'll add a few more things in. So I started targeting my kid, or what it was like, because I was grungy and I worked at Abercrombie. I wanted to fit in with different groups of people because I just wanted to be popular. I wanted to get girlfriends. I didn't know who to hang out with. Some of the jocks didn't like me, so I didn't really get to play sports. So then I went back over here to the guitar keyboard guys, but it was a big Marilyn Manson, Elton John thing. So people thought I was gay for a while because I liked Elton John.
Yeah. And
then that was the thing when I was young. And then I was at McDonald's and I was a personal trainer and I was working in a cubicle. I was a banker. I worked at theme parks. I've done grass cutting, gym, you name it. And I was a maintenance manager and I met all these different types of people. and I found a common thing with all of them. So now when I meet people, you can find that, and I'm very easy with blending. It's easy to walk around an airport. It's easy to just come here to Nashville, talk to you. I feel like I know it feels like we've known each other for a while now. You know, we're over here making fun of vasectomies and white teeth and meth, and your hair is so perfect. But, but you know, those were my strengths. People, I think, were my strengths.
Yeah.
I was never good at any of those jobs I just named off. I didn't care. I did 20%. I cared about the gym. I liked to bartend a little. That was fun. I like cutting grass. But the cubicle life was awful.
Agreed.
And I never sat still. I was just into what everybody was into. I flirted with the older ladies, helped the older guys out with their iPhones, you know, and it's a high school. Anytime a new little young thing would show up, it was always dramatic. It was like, oh my God, you know, and then that was, it was high school.
Yeah.
And I hated it. And I wanted to get out of it for 17 years. And you always are sitting there thinking, you're like, you know, I feel like I'm supposed to be doing more. I know how weird that sounds. I really thought that. And I now know this is it, but it's hard because you don't know where the end is, and you still ain't paid your house off yet. But it's like you're around people now who are. Yeah. No pressure. That's right. Don't mess up.
You finally made it in the room. Now you got to figure out how to stay.
I know. And so, you know, I do nothing but talk to myself and do that comedy show in the shower, on the lawnmower, in the car. Yeah. In the hotel room, my wife, where I got here, just repeating it. And because I have to I've got to know what it's like to be like on a Netflix type thing. I just let me have a chance to just get up there. Sure. And then I'm fine. Yeah. I don't need it anymore. If I did it, okay, now I'll go get into real estate. See y'all later.
That's right.
If I get paid.
That's right.
But that's my honest goal. My wife and I like traveling. We get along really good, you know, and as our kids have gotten older, we know we both like traveling all over the place. This has been awesome to be able to travel around the country and do this stuff and bring your family with you.
They get to go with you everywhere?
So they do for a lot. So my wife, for instance, and my son went with me to California. You know, my wife's gone with me, just me and her, a few things. And that just comes back to what I was telling you about what it was like being 40 versus 20. I would have been single at 20 if this happened. But I think there was something that needed, I think a bigger power. It sounds so stupid. I can't even saying this stuff. I don't even say this stuff. I want to thank God. Like, I'm not that dude. But there was a bigger thing that was like, you need to go meet more people, figure your own self out, because we got something planned for you. And here it is. And I don't know where it's headed, but I'm starting to see, okay, now it's the content is going to be no more baseball stuff. If I feel like doing one as a baseball mom again, sure, I'll do it and post it. But right now, man, it's like there's more to me, you know, baseball. I've watched those influencers on social media. It's hard to keep that going. And I can't believe I did for 6 years. Yeah. 6 years of travel ball videos is what I've done. And there's no way you can keep that going. Look at all the other ones. They're gone now. Yeah. That's why you watch comedy specials. The first ones are always really good. Yep. I got to make sure this one's really good, because the second ones are like, oh, no, he was better at the first one, or she was better at the first one, you know. And
it's hard.
It is very difficult.
Your whole life, that was in the music business for a long time. And I remember when Hootie and the Blowfish came out, and then their second album was good, but it wasn't none like the first one. Yeah. And I was asking him about it. He was like, well, Nick, you know, they spent their whole life writing the first album. They wrote that other one in about 3 weeks when the record label told them they had to.
Yeah. I mean, it's no different than anything else. You know what I mean? I've never cared about something this much. And I guess when it's over and done, if it ended right now, I guess there would be a minute where I would be like, well, you did all right. It's just hard to think that right now, because I've moving around so much. I haven't had a chance to really appreciate any of it. Like it's hard, because you get a lot of the same conversations with people, and then you see the joy that people get when they see you, and you have to have that same honest reaction, even though you've heard that same story a million times. Oh my God, that video of you hitting your ball to your kids versus the other kids was crazy. You told me that in that room, and I was like, wow, man, thanks. Never heard that, you know. And you've got to be like, nah, I appreciate that, man. That's cool. And it kind of goes both ways, you know. You could hit a ball easy to your kid versus hard, you know. So but I genuinely will spend time with every single one of those people. I mean, I signed baseballs with Acuna, you know. Our names was on the same baseball. And I watched kids be like, and I looked at them and I said, parents, do you really want my signature on this ball? You know, because it's going to bring the value down. But You know, man, that's the truth. Everything. You know, I've tried to keep that, you know, not Jelly Roll, but what's his name?
Post Malone.
Post Malone. I've tried to
Posty.
be just like that. Take time for everybody and just be a good dude, because that's what Shaquille O'Neal says all the time too. I watch a lot of his stuff. He says, I just want to be remembered as being a nice guy. That's all I want to do.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it.
I don't need money. I promise. I'm still, like I told you, I'm poor. I still owe money on my cars and stuff. I'm fine with it. If something ever happened to me in Hershey, you can have it all. I've always said that. I'll figure it out.
Yep.
We go to a casino, we go to a bar. I'll put some money in your slot machine and walk away. We've been doing that for years. It's just fun. Go out and have a good time.
That's right.
Don't worry about 9 you. It's fine.
That's
Don't worry
right.
about 10 you. It's fine. Wait till he's 15. Wait to get a little hair on that stuff. You know, and that's how I've taken it. And look, I was the same dad. I was every one of them dads in those videos. So if anybody thinks I was making fun of them, I did everything. I was every bit of those videos. I look at Game Changer. I look who got more errors. Why did I kick an error? I don't like that kid. He got an error. Ha ha. I'm that dude.
it's so good. Like, you know, when you see somebody showing you in your probably one of your worst moments.
Oh yeah.
But they show it to you in a way that's entertaining, where you, instead of like when I watch something, one of your bits that I was guilty of, instead of feeling just horrible about it, I laughed about it. I was like, I was that guy.
Yeah.
That's such a great thing though. That's
and that's not something you learn at day one.
Yeah.
You learn it as time goes on, because people, like you just said, that people will come up to me and say, you know, I knew it was funny, and then it kind of became informative.
Mm-hmm.
I said, what?
Yeah.
I said, because I wore a towel on my head talking about my wife and my son and you know, Brandon on the team. Like, what? You know, I couldn't go over it. I still can't believe anybody cares about me venting about my life on a platform.
Well, you're a storyteller. You're a storyteller, but you're telling stories that are very relatable. I mean, again, going back to the same as you, you're just like everybody else. You got kids, you got wife, family. You're trying to figure it out.
I still got, you know, rooms that need to be painted in my house.
That's right.
Because I ain't got time to paint them.
Well, one of the things that you said that was probably one of the most, I won't say surprising, but interesting to me was how, like you've just been like, you study this stuff. Like you didn't just post stuff and get lucky. You were like wanting to get better.
Well,
you were wanting to reach more people.
Yeah, you started out and it was like, you're on TikTok, hit the record button. Everything was backwards.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like, that looks awful. Why is it blurry? And my mouth is not synced up right. No, it eat away at me because I needed perfection.
Yeah.
I would listen to a video. Hey, man, my kid, you know, he's the best third baseman ever. Then you pause. Man, and that pause in between the videos got to me. And then I started reading about it, and it was like, you know, you need to be like bang, 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 like swipe.
Mm-hmm.
You got to keep them engaged. 15 to 25 seconds mattered. And so I started, and that's where the IT job that I had, I think, came into play.
For sure.
Because I worked in quality assurance. I was a manager with a bunch of little dudes from India. They were here on visas from Hyderabad. It was great because I drove them home after work. They were like, we love you, Mark. And they were like my little Indian dudes. And they thought I was one of them. It was great. But I learned how do you break an application? You know, the boss at the time who fired me, hi Kim, if you listen, she might. That was a nice day too, though. That was a good story between me and her. But anyways, you know, what was I talking about? I lost train of thought with, what was I talking about with, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry.
I got lost in the story. I was right there with you.
I know. What were we talking about?
What were we talking about?
Edit this out.
Hold on. Wait.
This is getting good. Oh, the Indian dudes.
There it is. Yeah.
Those little Indian dudes. I understood how to work on an application and see what wasn't working right with it. Yeah. Which came into algorithms on social media, and it came into copy and pasting older videos. Mm-hmm. You know, how do you get the most out of those videos? And that actually opened up a consulting deal with me that I'd never really charged anybody for, because I was just helping some friends out. So I had some people come in and help, and in a gym, there was a restoration company and a handful of others. And I spoke for a couple hours on how to do this. And that's a real thing. I actually even spoke on LinkedIn to some doctors about how to grow your social media presence. And I did it for another company when I first started out on TikTok. I helped grow this one company's following to, it was like 10,000 followers in a month. Now things have changed a little bit. This was back in 2021, but there's a lot of technique to that. And, you know, I know you're involved in it, and, you know, feel free to ask me any questions about it anytime. But you know, it's just, I wouldn't have done that if I was 20. I think it's the olderness of me being like, I need to get this right.
That's right.
Because I didn't care about, I never wanted it to be about me. I wanted to separate my face from all of this. I don't want to be the face of MP3 baseball. I want it to be a travel ball merchandise company. Solaro Shades is not anything to do with me. It's a bunch of athletes. I'm the dude that does comedy.
That's right.
I talk about everything else. You want to
right.
see me? Come on stage now. I'm not showing up at tournaments anymore.
That's
I will. Right. I am. I do have tournaments and comedy shows coming up through 2026. Big ones. Well, I'll bring my teams out and whatnot. We'll play and stuff, and then attach a comedy show to it. Because, I mean, it's good to do that when you got a tournament going on. You know, it's like, oh, well, shoot. You better, like, for instance, Nick out there does rodeo stuff. He goes, all the rodeo stuff. They do a rodeo comedy show. They're they're already there at Houston doing this thing all over out there at Elk Land with all those cowboys, man. That's a whole other world out there.
I bet.
Know, I think I'm a cowboy because I have a lifted truck and a dip spit with just pouches sometimes. But I'm on a dude's level. But no, that kind of stuff, you know.
He's I didn't even know that. I was sitting in the proximity of greatness.
He's PBR over there. That dude did it. No, he was one of them. He knows all of them. He's that
awesome.
guy. Yeah,
that's awesome. Hey, pardon this quick interruption, but it's a good one. You're listening to this ad right now, which means someone else could be listening to your ad in this exact spot. That's right. If you've got a business, a brand, a product, a podcast, or even just a message you want people to hear, you should be advertising right here on the Hitstreak. This is the moment, the placement, the audience, and you're already hearing how powerful it is. So don't just listen to ads, run one. Go to nickhyder.com/contact-me or click the link in the show notes to get started. Let's put your brand in the spotlight right where it belongs. Mark, like, you know, comedian, creator, founder of MP3 Baseball, and co-founder Solaro Shades, travel ball sensation, Mark Paul, mp3baseball.com, on all socials at MP3 Baseball. You spell the 3 if you're one of the few people under a rock that didn't know.
THRE.
That's right, all of them. And but so, like, you know, there's so much going on the site, folks. He's worked with Gatorade, Direct TV, Hilton Academy. Yeah. And if you'll pay him enough, he can work with you too. So there's and I got his
hi Netflix.
That's right, his retainer.
Where y'all at?
Just pay off his house.
Just let me do a reality show, for God's sake, for the love of God. It's gonna do number one. I promise. You all know it too. Let's do it.
Well, there's you're sitting on a few things that in my opinion, which may or may not mean a lot, but, like, you know, there's the cool thing about a show like yours is you can always have a really solid message at the end if you want.
I have that.
Yep.
I keep a positive thing. Yeah.
Which is
you got to, because it's too negative out there, and that is what I'm trying to do now. And It wasn't what I was planning on doing, but it's now. It's important.
That might be kind of how you tie in all those classroom sessions at the Christian school that didn't mean much to you back then.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how it all, like, the Lord was working within you through all that.
Don't
you know?
touch others if you don't want to be touched yourself. What was the little rule book, the Golden Rule or whatever?
That's right. But I mean,
line leader.
But gosh, man, there's between first pitch dinners. I mean, talking to companies about social media and all those things. I mean, honestly, man, like, meeting you in person, it's always so different than what you see online.
Yeah.
Because again, it's not just the guy that they see online is the happy-go-lucky, looks like everything just kind of happened for you, but it actually turns out you're spinning your wheels.
Then you get it sucks when you get all the negative comments. You're like, I'll get a real job. You're like, what did you just say? If I seen you in person, I would eat your face. You know, because they don't know, and you can't explain it to everybody. It's crazy about how people don't even see half of it.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't see that? They're like, no. I was like, you didn't see me? Like, where are you performing it? I'm like, you haven't seen where I'm performing it? I'm posted everywhere. I haven't seen it. I'm like,
well, your marketing team's doing great, because every time I open Instagram or Facebook, I see the Zanies ad.
Just me. Oh, well, so that is them. That's just Zanies. That they spend a little bit of money. You know, I don't know how Zanies work. The Improv, they'll spend money leading up to a show.
Dude, I've been seeing it every day, multiple times a day for 2-3 weeks.
Yeah, I know. That's nice of them. I appreciate that. Yeah, I hope it's a good show tonight. I'm excited.
It's a great looking graphic too. Like, that needs to be something you hang on a wall. Well, your picture with the Zanies logo.
Yeah, that does look good with the brick wall in the back. Like, I took that picture. I don't even think that brick wall was there. So my buddy on Solaro, my business partner, made, I think, that photo. And I'm actually since then I'm meeting up with some new headshots, but that was a nice little. It did look good. Yeah,
Absolutely.
I need to change it though. I'm sick of. It's hard looking at yourself.
Well, I don't know, man. It's a great thing. Like the t-shirts are like there's some.
Oh well, I'll send you some stuff and some
Oh
sunglasses
my
out for
gosh.
sure. I know they were popular. It's cool wearing them. It's cool when you see them like on like the College World Series or the Little League World Series. People send me pictures. I mean,
They got to hire. Little League's got to hire you.
I know. Well, to me, everybody's always asked me like, "You gonna go out there?" I would love to be like an on-field reporter, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Because listen, I got a whole take on that too.
Oh man, come on.
Well, it's different out there. Those ESPN teams.
Yep.
They're good.
That's right. That's right.
But Kevin Baldwin at East Cobb say something different though. Hey, Kevin. Look, I'm just saying, man, there are some 200-foot fields out there. It's not even that. What is it, 40-something feet, 12-year-olds?
See, it was 46 feet.
46 feet is what they're playing on, a 200-foot field. They're a bunch of 13-year-olds, 12-year-olds.
Most of them are 13, yeah.
Crushing that ball.
Bigger than me.
They got to make that feel bigger. And I know they're not using the right bats. Them kids are still smashing that. I mean,
Yep.
I like to take over them teams, put them up against some of them ones in Texas, just to see. Like, there's your Chinese thing. Go see what they do against the banditos out there.
That's right. Who helps you with all your design on your?
No, just me.
Really?
I do all of that. Everything you see, I do. Yeah, Canva has really helped me because I worked as a designer.
Okay.
I did AutoCAD and MicroStation. Shout out to Louisville Gas and Electric, who that's where I worked at the utility company. And I would make I made softball shirts. With my boss's head on it, and it was a joke to another boss, and I did it on AutoCAD, and then one day I was like, hey, you could just make your own shirt. So that's what I did in that office, and I'd create the design, and I'd get your glove down, and I'd find a little screen, and then throw it on Shopify and go do a video wearing it. Next thing you know, you post it and just wait, and you hear it pop in, and they don't buy like they used to. I need to get some new stuff, and it's not baseball season anymore, but my that's fine. It's still there. And I always show up to tournaments and we sell them and whatnot. And we're bettering all of our websites, just like Solaro. It's just, I've been really focused on comedy. It really is. I got a ton of stuff at the house that just doesn't sell. I mean, you could do a shirt that you're like, this is going to be crushed. Yeah. What's in your wagon is what I had on my shirt. Nobody bought that shirt.
Really?
Oh my God, I got a ton of. And then I did a Mark Paul voting shirt, like vote for Mark Paul. He's going to make baseball great again. And then I made a Democrat one that said, we're all going to give you participation medals. So I hit Democrats and Republicans. It was great. They didn't sell it either.
Really?
Yeah, because I saw it. It was like the end of 2024. They had a big 2-4 on it, so
you need urinal cakes.
There will be a whole lot of dudes out in India wearing them things. I'm gonna send them out there, little kids. We love Mark Paul. Who's this? I don't know, but he said, "Make bad daddy ball again."
That's right. That's right. And like the. I mean, I'm sitting here thinking about all these things. I'm like, man, the bathrooms at these complexes, some of them are horrible.
Like, dude, I did a video of those, and I went in there, and I was like, man, I mean, there's some of the stuff I had on that video. I was like, I can't post all this because it is like walking in like a Saw movie.
Yeah.
And some of those troughs they have in there, and it's just like long cut, and this little kid piss. It's gross. I don't even go in there. I just go outside, open a dark car door. I don't even. And that's another thing, dude. It's crazy. You wouldn't believe the people that want to just wait for you when you go to the bathrooms at tournaments when you're me. I have people in there trying to just you can't even. So I have to go to the personal ones now because I don't want a bunch of kids running around in there, you know. So I'm on my phone, you know, like the bathroom. Oh, get away, kid, you know. But no, it's they're gross, and its consistency. A lot of these places are gross too. Soggy pizzas and stale, you know, chips. Not like East Cobb and Ruston.
That's right.
East Cobb got really good. You been over there?
Oh yeah.
Their food's legit.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're fantastic.
I could do this all day. I could sit here and talk to you all day.
And I got to get you out of here. Why?
No,
all right, so let me ask you this.
good.
Why is baseball the only sport where they don't like it? You go to basketball game, scoreboard's always on.
I don't know,
Football
man.
game, scoreboard's always on. Why baseball?
I don't know. I think it's so stupid. I wish it was on because the kids need to see the score. I wish you because I think it
Game
would
in, they
help.
didn't know what they lost.
They no idea. I'm like, you're down by 1, and they don't know. And I heard there are rumors because like certain applications are like, well, if we just don't use scoreboards here, then they'll pay money to get the subscription. That ain't how it is. I don't know. It's people are just pay your money to get in, give me your team fee and whatever. You got Game Changer, you know the score, so go away. It's in the book.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Some of them hook up, like the one in Ruston's cool. They got Game Changer hooked up. I know East Cobb's got the whole Dime. It ain't Dimecast. It's one of Athletes Go Live or something.
Athletes Go Live, yeah.
Like I think they even got Game Changers. They got everything out there. It's all. I don't know. You know, it's been talked about forever. It sucks, but what are you gonna do?
I don't know.
You can buy scoreboards now, just hanging up in your dugout. Somebody sent me one.
I mean, as a coach, like you have to pay attention way too hard if there's no scoreboard.
I always have Game Changer on in my pocket when
and
I
then
coach
your phone's
games.
burning your leg up because it's running hot.
Yeah, because you're on Game Changer. I watch the pitch counts and stuff and see who's where. I use that all the time. And
when Game Changer lags, it destroys the whole game. That's when they get the pitcher violation on pitch count.
I hate it.
What did I tell the umpires? Like, Game Changer froze. What do I do?
I know. You're watching it from home. And
there's no scoreboard. What do I do?
I do like watching live feed where I can hear what's going on. Yeah, I listened to a couple games this past weekend. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
How many divorces do you know about happened because Game Changer feed was so CarPlay happened?
Not a ton.
CarPlay Carl's divorces when it first came out because a text message would pop up on the screen in the car that the husband didn't want the wife to see or vice versa. So like how many, you know about any divorces?
I mean, there is like a work wife, work husband type deal in the travel ball world. I've noticed there's a couple dads who were married, a couple moms who were a little bit friendly to the others. And some of those kids get a little more favoritism and they're not as good on the field. And she don't have a ton of money and she had to pay for a tournament fee in quite some time, or a team fee. And they start wondering because you start seeing a few of them photos. You're like, it's been an awful lot of time together. Actually, I take that back. I do know of one. I do know of somebody that they split up and then she ran off to her baseball coach. You know what I'm talking about. Shout out to my people back in Kentucky.
Cold play and perfect game, baby. Cold play.
No, man. I mean, it's honestly, if you want to know the truth, man, there hasn't been money. That's what I told you. It's a very family environment. I don't care where you're at. I don't care what you hear. Sure, you can go get some rowdy and you have some drunken nights with some of these parents. You're going to do that anywhere. Same thing anywhere you go. But for the most part, every time I'm out on them fields, everybody's having a good time. You may complain about it, getting there. Oh my God, we got early game time, this and that. Every one of them kids have a good time.
8 a.m. games, baby.
They're up early. They're not sitting on their phones. I ain't mad at it.
Nope.
Go get pissed if you want. Why? Because your kid didn't get a hit. It's fine. If your kid's good enough, he'll play. Everybody knows that. So sorry it wasn't at 9. That's right. Take him on move him on another team. Who cares?
That's right. Well, Mark, is there golly, man, I had so many notes on here and I didn't use any of them.
I told you I'm sorry, dude. Is this okay? Awesome, yeah. I told you I wasn't gonna shut up, man.
This is fantastic.
Okay, good. You got enough edits over there to work with?
I want to make sure I got everything that we needed to get
go
for
ahead,
you taken
man. I
care
didn't know
of.
her. Yeah, no. I appreciate it's nice to get on here and vent about everything else that's outside of what the norm is.
For sure.
Look at that video. That one, you're spot on. Like, it's nice to be like, oh, you actually do stuff outside of this, and
that's kind of the thing for this show. I mean, because we've had Super Bowl champs, World Series champions, billionaire business people,
famous
Grammy Award winners, famous travel ball dads. I'm telling you, you will be Mr. December in the first Travel Ball Mom magazine.
Working out too, man. Just got on some tests, baby. You wait, I'm coming with the tattoo right there with a baseball stitch on my. I love it.
Well, it's I'm always one of the things we like to do here is like there's literally mountains of footage of you doing this stuff, and I don't they got to go see it at the show, buy a ticket. Buy a ticket. I wanted to know like all the stuff that you can't see. Like that's
why I'm glad because cool. I like this stuff. It's there is a ton of work that goes into it, but it's just a small group that's working on it. My wife's been a big help, with a lot of it. She's like my manager, very been helpful. My daughter works with the MP3 stuff a little bit,
that's so cool.
And now it's getting to a point where I might be able to not have them do it, maybe. Now you're and so that's kind of where it's headed. But I don't know, man. I just want to do a really good job when people laugh. I want to go tour the country. I want to send out a positive message. If something good comes of it, great. Honestly, something good is coming of it. This is good. What I'm doing, it is good. It's just it's hard when you're me and you
Absolutely.
have to. It's hard to wrap your head around it because I hear Kevin Hart say that I'm not satisfied. I'm not happy with any of this, except for that. There's a couple videos I was happy with, but
well, check this out. What the joke is, I made hundreds of dollars playing ball, but when I never will forget it when we played. Ethan was about 10, and we went and played a little thing in St. Louis, and the first place that I ever got released from the field was in St. Louis. So I took my son there and I showed him the telephone pole where I sat and waited on my dad to come pick me up from Nashville to take me home.
Bummer.
It was, but it was the stories are hysterical. But like, I've driven my son to a lot of fields that I got, big stadiums that I got to play at. And because, he wasn't alive when I did that. My wife didn't even know me when I played ball. So like that was they never, neither one of them ever saw me do that. Something I was really good at.
My son watched me in San Jose to stand up, and he's not a very emotional kid. And my wife said he was really proud. He was happy with it. And I was like, that's kind of neat. Because he was able to see like, oh my God, these people really like my dad now. Yeah. And I don't know why that hit me a little bit. That was like, because I feel like I always disappointed him.
Oh, yeah.
Because I act like an idiot, let's be honest. And I'm loud, and he's not that kid. And I heard him laughing because he was sitting up in the balcony. And I was in San Jose. It was a good crowd, and he was laughing on it. And I was like, that's cool.
That's great.
I get what you're talking about. I know what you're saying.
Well, it's, one of these days, they'll be telling their kids about it, and like, they'll be saying,
"See your dad dressed up as a baseball mom on social media, Jalen."
Well, what they will say is he played Zane.
Yeah,
dude, you'll be able to take. I hope you're taking pictures of your signature on all the walls.
I have been. Actually, I did that yesterday. Yeah, I did
yesterday. Dude, that's that's something that you can you can show your grandkids.
Your dad's
later.
name's next to Chris Tucker or something, and those are the dude. Yeah, like oh my, like that was crazy.
Yeah,
and I seen it. I didn't even see it. I seen it on the dude's phone out there, and that's neat to me because I really did. I am a big comedy guy.
Yeah,
I've watched it since Eddie Murphy, Raw and Delirious. I was always dissecting that stuff. I was like, look at him shine, and I wanted to know what is it like, and now you're getting a feel of it. And that laughter that you hear on that stage when you nail one, it's like I get goosebumps right now talking about it.
Yeah, you're made for this.
I appreciate. I hope. I'm trying. I'm hearing it from a whole lot of people I don't know. A whole lot more. It's so difficult to when it's you to be like you're right. But I am getting to the point where like I think you're right. Like I know this is what I'm supposed to be doing. I want to be one of the big ones.
Well, if it's cool with you, dude, I always I think of stuff all the time, and I feel like in there's always a new level at the hierarchy at the top that can be created. And because the reason is because you're most powerfully positioned to serve the person you used to be. Well, there's a lot of folks that are going to watch you and want to do something like you could, and you might be the person that gives them that platform and that lift off. To do so.
Good. I mean, go do it. Anybody can do this. Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I said, I was just venting on social media about how my life was as a travel ball parent, and then everything else just kind of started. I really need to look at some of the past, like my first website or those first videos.
Oh yeah,
it's different now.
That's right.
Like clear now, like a little more organized.
That's right.
And that's when you can look and be like, wow, like you've got 36, MLB players wearing your sunglasses.
Mm-hmm.
Who says that? Who can say that?
That's
nah,
right.
It ain't none of the real. I mean, there's some good ones, but it's still, it sounds really good.
That's right.
It's just, it takes time, and it's not, but it looks, everybody else outside of it looking in is like, oh, like you've got to be doing, they just don't know the amount of work. And I know you probably deal with the exact same thing all the time. Yep. It looks really good outside.
That's right.
There's a whole other world going on behind closed doors.
That's exactly right.
But yeah.
Finding the right health plan can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. Backed by over 12 years of experience and more than 20 national and local awards, Team Hyder is here to help you navigate your options and choose a plan that fits your family's needs and your budget. So whether you're looking for individual coverage, family plans, or even Medicare options, Team Hyder brings expert guidance with heart. Visit teamhyder.com today to schedule your consultation and get the coverage that you deserve. Well, Mark, congratulations on everything, man. You got to go rest before Zanies tonight. You got to get rested up. You had a long day today.
Yeah, I drove in from Alabama late last night and after a show, and then I had a radio show earlier today.
Rick D and Bubba.
I did, yeah. That was fun. That was
big.
Cool. Yeah,
That's a big one.
That's what I was pumped. That was cool. Like those dudes were great. I sent them some shade. I'll send you some stuff too.
Please, they're hysterical. They're great.
Yeah,
they
were good. That was a good radio show. I actually listened to it when I was leaving. I was like, oh, I'm on there.
That's right.
So yeah,
they're cool. Well, dude, congratulations on everything.
Thank you.
It's an open invitation. Anytime you're ever in Nashville,
I will. I'll be back here in a couple months. My son's playing on Buddy's team down here.
Come on.
I'll call you. Call Big D. I'm gonna call you.
Come on, let's do it.
Just hang out. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah, dude.
Absolutely. So, once again, mp3baseball.com and on social media at mp3baseball, comedian, creator, founder, travel ball sensation, Mark Paul, baby.
Thank you. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man. Folks, Thanks so much for tuning in to another episode of the Hitstreak. I am your man, Nick Hyder. God bless.